Hi, it's Peggy Tanous, and I am here today with Dr. Hailey Gee and her daughter Hailey. And the way that I met Candace and Hailey, I was doing a charity event last year, right about this time, out in Temecula. There's a wonderful lady named Charity, and she does a charityforcharity.org. And little Hailey here was the beneficiary for the year. They pick one person in Temecula Valley every year to be the beneficiary. So tell me a little bit about what Hailey's condition is and the struggles you go through, and how Melinda, I had referred Candace to Melinda. They met at the charity last year, and you've had incredible results from working with Melinda and the SCIO.
Yes.
Or Hailey has. So
yes.
tell us about it.
Well, Hailey has a skin condition. It's a genetic condition. It's called recessive dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa. It's called EB for short, and they're known as butterfly children because their skin is as delicate as butterfly wings. And her skin layers don't attach like anybody else's do. The attachment fibers are lacking and they're very weak. So any friction to the skin separates the layers, and she gets blistering head to toe, inside her mouth, down her esophagus, and it affects every part of her life because her body's in tremendous stress. And it's been a struggle from day one when she was born, when we found out that she was born with missing skin, and coming up with the diagnosis and then treatment for it, which is the only treatment there is wound care, which is taking care of the wounds that she gets from having this delicate skin.
And that was part of what she received last year from Charity's benefit, right?
Yes.
Gauze and everything.
She gets a shipment of dressings each month, totaling around $10,000 a month. And so being able to receive that with no cost every single month has been such a huge burden off of us. And she gets the most technologically advanced dressings, and she's been getting great results with that. But I had been looking for somebody to help me with nutrition and to help me with the different stresses that she deals with, because I'm very alternative in my mindset. And
well, you're a chiropractor.
Yes, I am.
So your practice is very holistic, which I love.
Yes, and I am all about wellness, and I advocate for anything alternative. And
now, was she vaccinated?
No, I did give her chicken pox and measles, only because they affect her skin, and with the measles she did end up having measles from that. So
oh my gosh, because I didn't vaccinate my girls.
Yeah, those were the only ones she received at about a year old, and only ones she will ever receive.
Now, is she able to swim or take baths or?
Yes, they recommend swimming for EB children because it's such an easy way for them to exercise. However, Hailey prefers not to do that. So
I only float in the bathtub.
Yes, you float in the bathtub.
Float in the bathtub.
Yeah, she likes her bathing time because it's a time she has no dressings on her, and it's a very freeing time for her, and she'll soak for up to 2 hours at a time.
Wow. That sounds like a fun bath.
Yeah.
And is itching part of the dressings, or is that part of because of the skin?
It's the skin. It's part of the healing process. You'll see that a lot with burn victims, and during the healing of the skin, it just gets very itchy.
Now tell me about Melinda, working with my mother-in-law, Melinda Fichet, and you've been getting Hailey run on the SCIO a lot, and I know that you guys have had incredible results. In fact, just last week you told me she had throat surgery.
Yes.
And that she was already talking by that evening.
Yes. Well, we started seeing Melinda, I believe, in April of last year. That was just a couple months after you had recommended us to see her. And she started work with the SKIO, and we've been working with all kinds of things about once a week. And so Hailey likes going on the machine and relaxing, huh? And she finds it very relaxing. She falls asleep sometimes. And some of the things we've noticed are her skin will heal faster than it has been prior to this. And she's gotten a lot more energy, and she recovers from major events a lot faster. And there's been numerous changes that have happened over the last almost year now. And recently, like just last week, Hailey had throat surgery. It was an esophageal dilatation to open up a stricture in her esophagus. And she's had this done several times. I would say probably up to 10 times in the last 3 years. Wow. And every single time it happens, she wakes up from surgery and she's very groggy and agitated and can barely talk at all. And very hoarse voice. And it's not till usually the next day where she's able to speak very well. And this time, we set up to have the SKIO running during her procedure. And when she woke up from anesthesia, she was just bright and alert.
You were ready to go.
And after the initial fatigue wore off, and she was speaking normal. There was no hoarseness or lack of voice or volume, and she was doing great.
That's amazing.
And I could tell that she recovered a lot faster this time than ever before.
But I was tired that day.
Of course you were.
You'd been put to sleep, so of course you were tired.
Like I was still tired because I talked it really soft.
Yes, you did.
Like I was tired.
Yep.
Aww.
So I was.
Now, is this something that they say it passes down from generation, or is it, did anyone in your family have it, or?
There must have been somebody in my family that's had it. There was, apparently my great-grandmother might have had some form of EB. She was told to have a lot of blisters throughout her life, and she just drained the blisters and go on with her day. That in comparison to what Hailey has is extremely mild. And what Hailey has is the recessive type, and that comes from me and her father having the recessive genes and just happened to come together to make a double recessive trait, and which is extremely rare.
Before I had met Hailey, I had never met a child with EB. Is it something that's common? I mean, how many children across America have it, or is it very common?
It's extremely rare, and it's more common to have a less severe subtype. Hailey just happens to have an extremely severe subtype, and which is even more rare.
Do you have a website or anything set up for Hailey where people can learn more about her?
Do you have a website?
Yes.
How cool.
Do you want to say what it is?
The website is called healinghailey.com.
Healinghailey.com.
Oh, I love that.
And I can bring some stickers over if you want.
Oh.
You have some stickers too, don't you?
Yeah, it shows my website logo.
So
Yep.
healinghailey.com, and you spelled your name Hailey?
Hailey.
Oh, see, I'm glad I asked. Hailey.
Yep.
Healinghailey.com. Well, thank you so much, Candace, and thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Hailey. And please check out Hailey's website for more information, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.